Hello and welcome back to another video feature of the Immersive World's Handbook. Today I'm back in Berlin, Germany at the Interactive and Immersive DDR Museum. And I want to specifically take you inside to focus on a feature and an issue of nostalgia. As you might know, nostalgia is a feeling that we might have for the past. In some cases, this feeling is romantic, exciting. We feel this sense of urge to travel back in time through various forms of time travel that museums and theme parks often create in their immersive environs. But what's curious to me in this case, as you could see from these images within the DDR Museum, is how the museum is using nostalgia in quite a different way. And the space that I'm featuring here is a recreation of a period living room and kitchen that indeed you might see were you to travel back in time to East Germany during the socialist era. And for me, what's exciting about this space is the level of detail that is achieved. As you can see here, both within the kitchen and in the living room, there's a sense of focusing on the smallest details, thus to create the greatest sense of immersion within this space that has such nostalgic import. And during my visit to the museum, I had an opportunity to sit down on the couch, again in this recreated nostalgic space, and to observe other visitors within the space. And clearly this is a busy museum, and many of the various zones of it were busy the day I visited with tourists and visitors alike. But what was curious to me was how many people were drawn to this space. And I believe it is for the sake, for the reason of nostalgia. During my observations, I noted that people were quite mystified with the space, quite taken with it. Again, this particular museum is incredibly effective at using everyday material objects, decor, you could see the wallpaper here in the living room, in such a way that it appears quite natural and everyday. And for me, this space is so amazing for that first reason, its sense of everydayness that transports us back in time. Yet at the same time, through the achievement of some of the displays that you can interact with in these spaces, like the other spaces of the museum, I feel something else is under operation here. I feel like something else is being designed for the guest. And in particular, I think the museum is using this sense of the past, its everydayness, to connect nostalgia to political realms. And as you might sit here at the museum in this living room and watch some of the period TV shows on the television, I think you cannot help but connect to this time period in the past. And again, the political project here, I believe, is to use this sense of nostalgia to immerse the guests in the space, and at the same time then ask that guest to reflect on his or her own consciousness in such a way that they might envision how it was like to live in this time period. And the museum is not without its critics in terms of how it presents some of the political constructs of the former DDR, but I think it does achieve something quite remarkable in terms of getting us all to reflect on a period in history that certainly, it can't be argued, was turbulent.